Welcome to Yerushalmi Peah, Daf Lamed Hey, in the Oz 100 print. Two quick ha'aras for today. The first one is that the Gemara says explicitly that a Baal Bayis has to be careful, that he's not allowed to just give out the Peah to whoever he wants. Shal Yer Ani Modato, he's not allowed to find a Nani that he likes, the Yashal Fanav, and throw it to him specifically. And we see throughout the entire Maseches Peah this concept that a person has a responsibility to make sure that the produce is equally available to everybody. Now, what does that mean? So normally we find, in contrast, like Matnas Kuna, where it's yours a chus, you could choose, if you want to give Truma or Meiser or other things, you could actually choose which Kohen, it's called the Tovas Hana, the benefit that you want to have to give it to him. We do find this by other things as well, even by Meiser Ani. However, when it comes to Peah and Shikha and Leket and other halachas, the Gemara says explicitly that you have no right to favor anybody. You can't specifically give it to them in your hand. Now, what about Boaz? Boaz told Rus where to hang out and where to get the most amount of Peah. That's all allowed. You're allowed to give someone an edge by telling them, hey, I'm going to put out Peah at 6 a.m. this morning when I harvest, and be there. But you're not allowed to give them an edge by pulling it away from other people actively and giving it to them. So that's the chilek, that when it's out in the field, it has to be fair. And that's very, very important. You find this concept repeated multiple times. There's a second ha'ara for today. There's a pasuk that's quoted about David HaMelech talking to Shlomo. It's in Divrei Hayamim. Aleph Parak Chav Beis Pasuk Yud Daled. It says, "V'hine ba'anyi hachinosi lebeis Hashem zahav kikarim mea elef." Behold, in my poverty, says David, I prepared for the house of Hashem 100,000 talents of gold, etc., etc. So the Gemara talks about what does the word ba'anyi mean? Wasn't he rich? So the Gemara has a whole drasha of what it's trying to learn from this. But one shot in the Gemara says, Rav Avin Mal ba'anyi. What does it mean in my poverty? She'ena shiras l'fnei misham v'olam. Compared to Hashem, you're poor. And this is the midah of David. David HaMelech was always humble, so therefore he always recognized that when I stand in front of Hashem, what do I have? I have nothing. And you find Tefillah Ani Kiyato, if you find this expression of Ani many, many times, that David HaMelech was humble in front of Hashem, and that's the pshat, but Ani, that he was able to acknowledge his poverty when it came to comparing himself to Hashem, so to speak. He recognized his humility. Also, there's another pshat that the Gemara brings down, which is Davar Acher, Ba'ani Be'inoi, through my affliction. Now, if you just translate that by itself, without reading the rest of the Gemara, I would say that the things that we acquire in life are through affliction. And that's a tremendous lesson in general, that the way we learn things, Chachmasi Shalomati Ba'af, Hi Amdali, like the Medrash in Kabbalah's Rabbah says, and like the Rambam made famous that line, that's the only thing that we learn, the Chachma that we learned through affliction is what we learn. But now the Gemara actually says, Shaya Mis'ana, actually, David HaMelech used to sometimes fast and donate his food to the Beis Hamikdash. So instead of taking the money for himself, he would actually give it to the Beis Hamikdash. And this is a lesson in life. Obviously, a person has to take care of his health and eat healthy as well. But the lesson is that sometimes we have to be Mekadesh and remember the Rebbeinu Shalom, that it's not all about ourselves, not all about our stomach feeding ourselves, but that we should Mekadesh ourselves L'Shem Shemayim, each person on their own madrega. Thank you for joining and have a great day.